Just testing it out, y'all. Hi. I'm going live because I have no space on my phone. So here we are. I'm at a park nearby, grounding with my feet in the grass because I needed to get back to my center, back to the truth, back connected to the earth, to the abundance, to the vastness that is the truth. And I just wanted to send this message for anyone that may need to hear this, because I know I needed to. And it took me in getting out of my house and getting away from everything, out of my very, very highly intelligent mind and out of rumination back into my body and back connected to my higher self, to spirit, to source, to God, to the universe, to the creator, to the goddess. And remember that if you know that you've been doing the work, you've been meditating, you've been getting into the vortex, getting into the flow state, aligning with your true self, feeling really good, working on your beliefs, getting good sleep, setting boundaries, letting go of people, places, and things that you know don't serve you, doing all the things, and really leveling up in who you are and your identity, shifting your identity, basically, really working on your self-concept and aligning, embodying a high self-concept. And then it seems like shit all of a sudden hits the fan, or something comes up and it feels really uncomfortable, or maybe it triggers or activates some of those childhood wounds or those limiting beliefs. This is a loving reminder, one, to honor the feelings, honor what comes up for you, honor the process, feel the feelings, let it move through you, feel the emotions, energy in motion, and then let it go. If you need to cry, scream, yell, throw something, express yourself, especially if you feel like you've been doing the opposite for X amount of time, keeping it in, playing it safe, holding in the words and what you truly feel, and something comes up to activate that and trigger that, trust it, feel it, lovingly, honor your inner child and all the parts of you that are getting triggered. And then take a big breath and let it go. And just remember that there are no accidents and that you are creating all of it. You and God, Spirit, Source, Creator, Infinite Universe, all that is, one and the same. That you are the operant power, that all of this is for you. And then just trust that something really, really great is going to come out of this. See, look, that's confirmation right there. Something amazing is going to come out of this, and it's going to be better than anything you could have imagined. And what if whatever comes up for you is just moving and shifting and purging all of that old energy, that it was there under the surface, right, in the subconscious and the unconscious, especially still being in this powerful eclipse portal, these energies of releasing, of letting go everything that no longer serves us, and who we are now and the identity we are now and stepping into. Let it all go. This is truly for us. So if you can lean into accepting what is, because we can't change everything, but we can focus on what we do have power over, which is our perspective, number one. I think that's the biggest thing, is how we view what's happening. And trusting, surrendering, breathing, knowing, leaning into certainty, especially for you ladies, my lovely ladies, especially if you're in the Western civilization, if you're in the US and you've been conditioned probably from birth to be more neuromasculine and to be hyper independent and to do everything and feel like you have to do it. And now something's happening. Now we need to put our big girl pants on and go to work and bust our butt. Like, no, this is an opportunity for us to lean even deeper into trust, into knowing, into certainty, certain that we are so loved and supported by an infinite universe, that our finite, brilliant, beautiful human minds can't even wrap its head around what infinite looks like, but we are the infinite. Our soul is infinite, and that this universe, this world, this reality that we are in really wants to support us and be here with us. And whatever you believe in, God, creator, source, universe, nature, earth, whatever, your higher self has your back, has all of our backs. And there's so much fear mongering happening in the world, like globally, we're seeing it on such a global scale. And the macro and the micro are connected. So our individual realities are just as connected as what we're all experiencing on a global level. So when crazy shit is happening, excuse my French, out there, like, there's a high likelihood that we're going to experience something in our own reality. But this is a purge, just like that's a purge. As challenging and as hard as it can seem, right? It really is. So I just want to send that to you, remind you that you're not alone. We are so loved. And just as I'm feeling all the things right now, but I have been doing so much work, y'all. If you've been watching any of my videos, and if not, if you're new to me, hello, hi, welcome. My name is Noelani. I teach yoga, meditation. I'm a hypnotherapist, a mantra musician, singer, songwriter, mama, conscious creator. And this last year, I've been going all in. I have been clocking it with my self-concept, and I know who I am, and maybe you feel it. And yeah, this is good. This is what we've been asking for. I know it feels really challenging and uncomfortable, and maybe we feel like we need to cry or punch something, or maybe even someone. We're not going to do it, but we might feel it, and that's okay too, because I have a belief that says no matter what I think or feel, I still get exactly what I want. And not only do I get what I want, I get better than what I want, because we can program ourselves. Look, confirmation right there. You see that? Confirmation. We have been programmed in so many ways. Our brain is like a computer, but we have been programmed in so many ways since childhood, in ways that serve us and a lot of ways that don't. But once we realize that, just like a computer and viruses and things, we can unprogram ourselves and reprogram ourselves with what we do desire. And a lot of it is our beliefs, but it's not just the mental, it's also the physical. So your body, working with your body somatically, and nervous system regulating, tapping, yoga, meditation, breathwork, things like that. And then also eating well and clean and working out, fitness and movement. And then also in the spiritual realms through meditation and just aligning all of it. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I just know that's what I needed to hear. And it took me getting out in nature and just taking a few deep breaths and connecting to everything around me and remembering that this is the truth and this is what matters. The 3D is just a reflection of the old. It's old news, right? It's old energy. It's creation from the past. So if we can let it be the past and instead focus on what we do prefer, because it is our attention, our awareness, that creates. That's why it's called paying attention, for a reason, because we are paying with our attention. And don't you think the news and the media and the governments and all this stuff know that? That's why they invest so much in advertising and marketing and social media and scrolling. All right, attention is everything. So where are you putting your intention? Where are you putting your attention and your intention? What are your intentions? What do you prefer? What would you rather experience and see in your life? Okay, cool. I know what I don't want now through this experience, through this situation, through this relationship. What would I prefer? What do I want instead? Cool. Let me focus on that now. Let me keep my attention. Anytime I see myself going back over there, oh no, we're over here now. We're over here. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. If you like this and you want to see me go live more, please comment below. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. But I think I'm going to go all in with YouTube too, y'all. Would you like that? If you would like that, let me know. And share this video with someone who could help. Save it and let me know in the comments what else you'd like to talk with me about. I just got a new set of crystal singing bowls, all 7 chakras, and I think I'm going to start posting some videos of some sound healing, and I will sing over them, maybe chant some mantras, and really just put my energy into how I can be more of service to all of you and to the world, and ultimately because when we give, we receive tenfold. And I am you just as you are me, and we are we. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for tuning in. 11 minutes. I didn't think so. I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but it is. So I'll see you next time. Much love. Aloha, and just keep coming and get out. All right, bye. I gotta figure out how I turn this off. Woo!